The Gen Z capitalist. Today, we're going to talk about a very taboo or sensitive or tricky topic. I named the title, Should You Love Money? Or really, we're talking about today is, should you want more money? Like, what is money? Like, is it okay if you want more? And like, what's my opinion and what's my connection with it? So, first of all, I think I definitely put I have a stronger emphasis on money than most people my age for different reasons. I think money ultimately is a abstraction of energy, right? So if you look up what is money, you're gonna get a lot of different answers. But let's think about it. Ultimately, you can exchange money for goods and services or products, right? Back in the day, is money is also a promise. That's also why, as the global economy gets more advanced, it actually gets very fragile because a lot of the money is not about immediate consumption anymore. Like it's not about you make the money, you get your food, right? A lot of people are thinking about conserving their wealth. But how do you do that? Think about it. Actually, how can you preserve your purchasing power in the future? Ultimately, I think society, it's a consensus building mechanism, right? We think we can eat a Big Mac in McDonald's in 10 years. You know, that's part of the value of the McDonald equity because people have that expectation. People have that, you know, consensus that in 10 days from now, there might still be a Big Mac in McDonald's. But, there's only so much you can build. Like, imagine if everybody's needs are already met, right? And you were trying to say, okay, I want to consume something in 30 years. That becomes a very difficult challenge because the world changes. In 30 years, who's going to serve you? Are you sure in 30 years you're still going to buy what you want? So that's kind of like, that's how I understand money is it's energy, you can give some people money to do something for you. So, they have to eat, they have biofuel, but obviously they might have to drive somewhere. I think about money is like, okay, I give you some money, you either do some service for me or you have produced a product that I find useful. So why do I say I would put a stronger emphasis? So here's the thing. It's never too late to make money, really. I think if you're 30, 40, 50, 60, especially in America, there's a land of opportunities, right? But I'm Gen Z capitalist, right? If you are in your 20s, here's the thing. You don't have to start early, but if you do, you can really get a huge head start. Um, compounding interest, tax advantage accounts. If you're in your 20s, there's zero reason you should not get a Roth IRA. And you have, there's just basic things you have to do, like get rid of your credit card debt, get a Roth IRA. Um, if you just start compounding from 20 to 30, that 10 years is going to matter more from 30 to 60. Literally, that 10 years, if you've done that right, it's going to outweigh the later 30 years. That's just how time compounding works. So I think, there are different stages in life. I actually think if you have a stronger emphasis on money early on in your life, I think you can actually enjoy more of other stuff. When you're 30 years old, you have a much stronger financial foundation. As I talked about, I'm in my mid 20s. I have multi six figure. I'll talk about how I made those money um, in future videos. And the goal for the channel is for me to understand it really well. So that I'm not going to hide those things. Um, I do have a high income, but also from investment, different things. I want to talk about my connection with money. Um, yeah. So should you love money? So I think money is a tool, right? Um, I think society has gone extreme on the other side, right? Right now, it's not even about if you want more money. Like you're frowned upon. Like if you love money, you're like evil person, you're greedy, right? Um, back in the day, from what I've talked to people, it's very normal for people to say, I want to get rich, I want to be powerful. Power is another word that's so um, demonized. But what is power? I'm actually in some per videos I talked about I'm a mathematician, I'm an engineer, mechanical, computer science. I write software, I build robots, autonomous vehicle, whatever. What is power? Power is actually energy output per unit of time. So, like, if somebody's powerful, like people think about, oh, some evil guy tried to like pull strings on people. It means you can move a lot of energy. Literally, if you're powerful, you can move a lot of energy. Elon Musk, very powerful, freaking moves the entire rockets out of the sky. That is called power because money is energy, right? Like you pay for some food. Some people might have run the tractor to build that, to grow that food. Somebody transported to you. Maybe you're eating in a restaurant and there are more procedures for you to get that service. But ultimately, money's energy. So I'm not obsessed about it. Money is a tool. You have to build it I, I think there are like counterexamples, like I don't know even the name, like because I don't care about celebrities. There's like one guy, like, what if the CEO of like LV, Louis Vuitton? The guy just like I have to be rich to be happy. I think that's a terrible way to live. But I think society is really gone extreme on the other side. It's like, oh, if you love money, it's almost something wrong with you, right? How can you love something that's so dirty, right? Well, I look at it as just a tool. Like, I want who want less money, especially in you know in history. There's so many examples that show, even those hypocrites say like they do not want money or energy. Because ultimately, we want the freedom in life to do whatever we want. If you have money, you can travel somewhere. Like I always tell people, like I love money because of things I can do with it, like not for the sake of it, right? Like I can travel to more places. I can spend more quality time with family, especially if you're not financial free. Like if you don't have to work, then you're already in a different category. Some people might just want to retire early and enjoy their life. They do not want to work every day. So I think money is security, it is freedom, it is a promise, right? I'm actually a Bitcoiner too. Actually, I made a lot of my money in Bitcoin, and I want to talk about I'll talk about that in future videos. But that, in essence, that's a summary. Should you love money? I think if you're a younger person, it's easier. You have a head start. So imagine this, right? So if you have zero skill, really, if you were 20 years old and you were listening to this video, first of all, like you're gonna, I love getting rich slow. My approach, this is not like a get rich quick channel. I want to share how I really build my foundation at this age and try to share my experiences. I'm trying to learn as well. I'm always learning, especially I've talked to billionaires, right? Billionaires. I'm lucky enough to talk to billionaires and millionaires, multi-million, like, I mean, like hundreds of millions. I think I'm lucky to have got that guidance, and these are very accomplished people. I'm lucky enough to learn something from them. But if I can share that experience and more people can really understand what it is, I think it would be a tremendous result. So going back to the original question, should you love money? I think I do love money for what it can, for the freedom, for the life experiences that it gives me, right? I think especially you're young, it's very dangerous falling into this trap, right? Especially there's so much bullshit out there. I'm just being legit. I don't like fake people. Like I'm sure out of 10 people, somebody might really not care. Like I know artists, people um they might be so focused on certain thing, like art, drawing and painting. Well, in my opinion, I don't think they even go against each other. I have a lot of interest in life, right? Like in every way possible, I think more money allows me to explore and live my life to the fullest. Really, like there's so many things I want to do. And I think this whole idea, like money's evil, like I talk about money's energy, right? So you can really channel it however you want. Um, if there's one takeaway from this video, just do not hate money. If you want to make something, you have to admit you want it, right? If you want to get stronger, can you imagine if somebody wants to build muscle, um, and they're like, "Oh, I don't want muscle." It's like it's so offensive. It's so dirty. You're gonna beat somebody up. That's not gonna work. Ask yourself, do you really not care about money? If the answer is yes, and you have thought long and hard, that's your answer. That is okay. But in my life experiences, I've seen um, just people with a certain level of wealth, they have a level of freedom in their life, right? They can go wherever they want, and they go to a restaurant, they have all of these amazing experiences, and they travel all over the world. And if you talk to someone, the point is, like, don't be salty. Like, don't fool yourself. That's the most important thing. Like, I think honesty is about not lying to yourself, right? Like a lot of people say, oh, honesty is about not lying to other people. I don't like lying to other people either, but I've lied. I think I'm honest. You might have lied as well. But do not lie to yourself. Do not lie to yourself. So do you love money? Money's a tool. Do whatever you want with it, but be truthful to your desires. Because if you cannot even admit you want something, you will never get it.